Hi guys and girls, welcome back to Watch the Time. So today's Ochstin number 2. As promised, I did get a couple of them at the same time. This one is an automatic watch, sort of Royal Oak inspired, and yes, £15. It's about $20. A lot of watch for the price. Automatic movement seems to be running pretty well. So they've got a day-night indicator, decent silicone strap. Again, Ochstin, I was talking to my friend Adrian over somewhere in time, and he doesn't agree for the most part, but I do think that they've got some serious potential in terms of what they're producing. They've got in-house movements. They're producing some decent watches with sapphire crystal. We're sort of at the moment in a transition where I'm trying to talk to them about what's possible. But the cheaper watches they produce in terms of £20 and below, I think they're ridiculous. You'd have seen the £10. It's a £10 banger, to be quite honest. A £10 chronograph that works. Crazy. And this is a £15 automatic watch. It looks like a Royal Oak, and works fine. I'm just, as I say, I'm just a little bit lost for words sometimes with Ochstin. And as I said before, Ochstin, we don't have a problem. This is definitely going in the right direction. Hopefully they're going to be open to feedback, so please leave some comments in terms of what you think about the watch and any other watches you may want them to produce, because hopefully they're open to ideas, and hopefully they'll start sort of spreading their wings and moving on to slightly more expensive watches, and we'll see what happens. But this watch is quality for the price. I've got to be honest, I don't want to give too much away, but these two Ochstins that I got in one go are quality little watches. So I'll stop banging on, and I really appreciate you tuning back in. And without further ado, let's get the camera turned around. So this is the watch. As I said in the brief intro, it's the Ochstin. Again, it's another Royal Oak homage, as you'll see. But let's get out the box. Box is very primitive, just a bit of cardboard. But for the price, I'm sure you'll know that we can't really expect too much. It comes on a normal sort of pillow. Nothing else came with it, to be honest. I had two of these come at the same time. But this is the watch. As you can see, it's very much a homage of the Royal Oak. This is a bit sportier. So the model number for this is 6100C. The case material. So basically, from what I can work out, the watch is constructed out of alloy, and it looks like they've just put some sort of coating on it. This is the only problem with the watch, guys, is the crown. It's been a nightmare to get up. I'm trying to just get a few quickly. Okay, I'll leave it for now. But this is the case material. So going from what they've said on their website, I'd go with the case, fixed bezel. The screws probably will be stainless steel. The outer part of the exhibition case back is probably stainless steel, and I'm guessing this as well is alloy. A bit of a mixture, in all honesty. But so that's the and then the strap we'll come back to in a little bit. The case thickness from top to bottom is 14.3 millimeters. The case diameter, a little bit of a tricky one to measure really because of all the stuff going on. But for the most part, I measured in at 45 going across at its smallest part. And when you take into consideration the crown, because of how it is set up, it only gains 1 millimeter, so it becomes 46 millimeters. The lug width is 26 millimeters, and it's kind of integrated this silicone strap, so it'll probably be very, very difficult to try and put anything else on there, to be honest. The lug to lug is 53 millimeters, but that does overhang also because of how the strap is conformed to the case. The case back style, let me just undo this. So the case back is an exhibition case back. I'll let you have a good look at it, because it does come with an automatic movement. And not bad when you consider it's only a £15, $20 watch. It comes with its own in-house movement. The bezel, as I said, is fixed, and it's got screws. You can see they've been screwed in. Actually, they're not faux screws or fake screws. They seem like proper screws. Excuse me. So the crown is situated at the 3 o'clock. It's a push-pull crown, and you do have two pushers, one at the 2, one at the 4. And I'll go through that in a little bit more detail. The strap material on this is a silicone rubber sort of strap. Not too bad really for the price, and it has just got a normal tang pin buckle clasp at the end. The crystal covering that dial is a mineral crystal. I'm sure we couldn't expect anything else given the price point. Yeah, it's mineral crystal. The water resistance of this watch is only 30 meters, so that's 3 atmospheres of water resistance. So yeah, splash proof at best. Don't take this swimming, but then again, where it's quite an affordable watch, you may think, do you know what, no problem. But yeah, that would be my advice. The weight will appear in the top right hand corner. It's in and around 118 grams, give or take. But yeah, let's have a look at the dial in a bit more detail, guys. So what you have, you've got a minute track going around the outer edge on the raised rehaut. Between the 12 and 3 o'clock position, you've got a white part of the rehaut, and then the rest is black. It does also go up in increments of 10, or 20 for the most part. I know 10, 10, 20, it varies really, but yeah, 10, 20s it goes up by. The inside that you've got applied indices, sort of goldy bronze color. So you've got them all everywhere apart from the 3 and the 9, because obviously then you've got other little windows. You've got a textured dial underneath that. Looks pretty cool. You've got an Ochstin, it looks like it's been applied at the 12. Down at the 6 o'clock position, you've got a day and night indicator. And as I said, it's a quartz movement. If I was to take the crown out, which I can't do, but we'll get onto that in a little bit. Oh, there we go. I think I've managed to crack it. Let me move the position just so you can have a better look at the dial. That will come up a little bit later, guys, in terms of the crown and stuff. But let me just do it. I normally put it to about 20-ish past 8, just so it gives you a good look. I'm not going to put the crown back in though, because it's a nightmare to deal with. But yeah, as you can see, it's not a hacking movement. It still carries on moving around. If you put it in back into the first position, so I'll be able to change the date. You've probably seen it on numerous watches. So, but let me see if I can do it for you. Put it back into the first position. I put it all the way back in. Oh my god. Okay, I'll leave it like that, guys. Yeah, you're gonna have to take my word for it. Actually, I did it. So the first position, you're about to change the date. Second position, change the time. And if you press the button at the 2 o'clock position, it would let you change the day. You can sort of go half if it's afternoon. Let me go back to the day I'm filming this, which is a Tuesday. If you touch the one at the bottom, I'm not really sure how this works. So it's a 24-hour clock at the 3 o'clock on the sub dial. I'm not really sure what this does, to be honest, because it doesn't seem to have any interaction with the time itself. So I'm not really sure what that lens, to be honest. So yeah, that's mystified me, to be honest. I've tried playing around with this watch and I've not been able to work it out. Maybe I'll work it out whilst it's on screen. Oh, actually, what it seems to do as I'm turning it, it seems to, is it the day-night indicator changing? No, it's not. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Answers on a postcard. But I know the top one at the 2 o'clock changes the day. But yeah, that's the movement. That's the dial. A lot going on. To be honest, it's quite a busy dial. So yeah, that's the dial in a bit more detail. Let me pop it on the wrist, guys. Let you know what it looks like on me. My wrist is just above a 7-inch wrist, and I put it on sort of the middle, so it's 3 either side of where I've done it. I'll let you see that. Excuse me, guys. As you can see, there's 2 more that way, 3 more that way, so it's kind of central, and that's what it looks like on my wrist. The dial looks really nice, to be honest. I do like textured dials. I don't like dials that are just a bit flat and boring, if I'm honest. And that's probably why I like Seiko dials so much, just because of how much goes on their dials. But now that would take me on to what I think is pants and Pukka about the watch. Starting with pants, obviously do consider the fact this watch is only £15 of this. It will get a pass on certain things that watches 6, 7, 8, 9 times the price wouldn't get away with, because obviously it's all relative. But yeah, what I think is pants is the screws. They've actually, well, even if they haven't, then I don't know why, but it looks like they've applied the screws themselves, and they're at different heights, and also some of them are sticking out a little bit too much. They're a bit sharp. So I don't know if they could have sort of integrated the screw heads onto the bezel. That might have been a much better idea in terms of just the aesthetic. The alloy case, yeah, I know I'm clutching at straws a little bit, guys. I have to mention some stuff. Doesn't look like it's done too badly. The brushing's done pretty cool. I didn't think you could really get brushing on alloy if It's yeah, I thought that was one of the tells, but this has got decent brushing. So yeah, but it states on the website it's alloy. And the main thing is the crown guards, as you've seen a minute ago. Me trying to get at that crown, that doesn't help that I haven't got much nails, but the crown guards, they're far too tight to the crown, and also the crown needs to be a little bit bigger if the crown guards are going to be like that. So yeah, the crown guards are a bit of a problem for taking it out and adjusting the time and such. So just to surmise, I'd go with the screws overhanging and being a bit inconsistent. The alloy case, if it is indeed alloy, and mainly the crown guards and crown in terms of that whole setup being wrong. In terms of what I think is Pukka, as I said already, the dial. I do like that dial. I think it looks really cool. A lot of texture, a lot of layers to it, a lot going on. I do like that. The day-night indicator down at 6 o'clock. It does work. I've tried it. It does actually pick up the times when it's afternoon, or excuse me, morning and evenings. Yeah, the functionality. I know it's not the most functional, but there's a lot going on. Day-night indicator. You got date. Day. And yeah, so there's a lot going on here. And you got the movement, an automatic movement for £15/$20. It's pretty phenomenal, to be honest, and this seems to be keeping reasonable time. I think it's on about minus 7 seconds a day in the time I've been wearing it, so I think that's pretty phenomenal given the price. The silicone strap, actually, I've had much worse or much more expensive watches, to be honest. It's not too bad at all. Not the best, but given the price, it's really not too hard. I'd rather wear this than what you used to get on the Seiko SKXs. And just the general fit and finish in terms of how everything's put together. I can't quite believe that this is a £15 watch. Quite phenomenal. As you can see, it's a 22 joules movement. Yeah, phenomenal. I don't know how Ochstin do it. So just to surmise, I'd go with the dial, the day-night indicator, the functionality, the movement, the silicone strap, and the fit and finish of the watch. And now that would take me on to whether I'd recommend this watch. And I definitely would. Obviously, it's not going to be as good as if you're buying sort of like the escapement times, the Chronos watches, Stan Martins, obviously, and stuff like that. It's going to be a little bit less than that, but then again, you're paying an awful lot less money, so it's relative. But for £15, this is a whole big package of watch for you, and I'm sure it'll give you many months of fun, or years if you're lucky, and it'll be very enjoyable. And I've quite enjoyed spending a few days of it, to be honest. But guys, let me know what you think about this watch. Any other watches you may want to see on the channel. And as always say, don't forget to like and subscribe. And always watch the time. Take care, guys. All the best.